Hello and welcome to English 101 Week 2. I'm going to start out here in Blackboard reminding you that when you go to Blackboard, avoid the activity stream and instead click on your courses. And then I'm going to have you go to the course that you're in. I'm going to select an English 101 online class because that's the review I'm doing. A lot of this will apply to my 101 virtual class as well as the online class. First thing, when you get in the class, make sure you have read all of the announcements. I'm going to quickly double check these announcements with you. There's a reminder to get signed up for Remind to get text messages. I'll start sending text messages out in week 2 once people have signed up. A couple of notes about Criterion software. You do not need Criterion software until week 3, but I have asked you to order it now in case it takes them a while to send it to you. But you do not need it for the diagnostic essay. So if you are late doing the diagnostic essay because you are waiting for Criterion, please go back and take care of that right away. You don't need it for that. You will need it coming up, and it is the only thing I'm asking you to buy for this class is the Criterion software. Remember to make sure you have completed your registration by paying for your classes and applying your financial aid, or the Loss and Administration could remove you from the class. All right, so those are our announcements for right now. There were 3 quizzes in the Start Here menu that you should have completed last week. If you have not completed 3 quizzes in this area and read each item and watch each video, you've missed things. Please back up to the Start Here menu. I don't put a single thing in Blackboard that I don't expect you to fully engage with, so make sure that you've looked at every item in here, please. All right. Virtual class meetings and office hours are going to be updated because the Hoover School System, which has my daughter in it, has changed their schedule. So my schedule will change just a little bit in terms of the online sessions that I will be there for. So make sure that you're checking there for updated help sessions. All right, for weekly assignments, we are entering week 2. Remember, this is where you live. This is where you get all your information. Notice that it says conditional availability. This will open on Sunday night. Monday is Martin Luther King Day, but that doesn't mean you can't be working in here. If you want the day to get some work done, you use the day to get some work done. It looks like a lot this week, but it's not as much as it seems. This is just another place to remind you to join the Remind app. And this is a quick quiz. Just kind of pushing the envelope and making sure that you have seen and responded to those directions. And it just says the instructions again and the links again. And then I wanted to go over this. Any of these answers will earn you full credit for this quiz. But since it's an auto-corrected quiz, it might grade you down. Please just wait. I will fix this in week 3 when I go over your responses. That allows me to address the issues of the technical problems people may have had and to see who has opted out of the Remind app. Okay, so you'll get 10 out of 10 on that quiz. It just may take you a couple of days. There are 2 videos for you to watch, one on academic integrity and one on the writing process. And those videos are the subject of this week's quiz. So watch these 2 videos and then take this quiz on the instructional videos. These are 2 short readings, and they just link you to things. These are things that people have written about what it was like to experience COVID. This is one by a medical professional, and this is one by a friend of mine who has long haul COVID. She's had COVID symptoms for 300 days now. That's a lot. But it's getting us ready to think about our next assignment. And in our assignment, in our discussion board, this week, we're doing the first step in the writing process, which you'll learn about in this video. Our first step in the writing process is a brainstorm, and I'm asking you to type a list of 10 to 15 ways life has changed for you since the start of the COVID outbreak, and then take one of those ideas and type 7 to 10 sentences explaining how things used to be and how they've changed, etc. And then you're responding to your peers on that. And then again, there's that quiz. And then our assignment this week is using the feedback you got from your peers and discussion board, turn in one 10 to 12 sentence paragraph about the best topic from your brainstorm. Try to build a 10 to 12 sentence paragraph to try to start by stating the main idea in the first paragraph and support it with both major and minor supporting details. For details, try to think of answering the questions who, what, where, when, why, and how. Now you'll see that we're working on the same topic as the diagnostic. The diagnostic asked you to think about ways that COVID has changed your life. We're going to be working on this idea for a while, so the work that you did in your diagnostic won't be wasted. But I'd kind of like to show you the difference between writing when you don't get a chance to plan, like you did not for the diagnostic, and writing when you are able to use this writing process where you do a brainstorm and some free writing, and then we'll learn about outlining, and then we'll build from the outline and learn how to do the different kinds of paragraph development. So yes, you're not crazy. We are still working on this same topic. So we're working on it in our discussion board and in our assignment, and this will be what all of our assignments will be like until we finally turn this whole essay in week 4 or 5. Okay, and so those are the things that you need to do for this week. Remember to catch up on anything from week 1 that you missed. Communicate with me. I'd like to talk to you about looking at your grades. When you want to look at your grades, you click on this little button right here. Now, I'm not going to click on it. There'll be a separate presentation in week 3 on how to check your grades and feedback. And it's going to be in week 3 so that you'll have grades and feedback to look at, because I grade things the week after they're due. So if it's due in week 1, I will grade it in week 2. So in week 3, you'll have feedback to look at for sure, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, if you have questions, send me an email. Don't use this. Send my email to aswanberg@lawsonstate.edu. These just get lost in here. So make sure that you're communicating with me if you get confused, and join me in one of our live help sessions if you're getting at all lost or confused or anxious. Have a great week.